Hey friends, it's Jay Rye. Thanks for coming back to the channel. Today we're in Santa Monica, California, and we're headed to the Hillstone restaurant right there on 2nd and Wilshire in downtown Santa Monica. And we're going to talk about the top 3 reasons to visit Hillstone restaurant. This place is a fantastic restaurant. It's part of a larger chain. I'll tell you all about it. But let's focus on the top 3 reasons to visit Hillstone restaurant in Santa Monica. Let's start right now with number 3. All right, so coming in at number 3 for the top 3 reasons to visit Hillstone restaurant in Santa Monica is the vibe. Hillstone Restaurant Santa Monica is in downtown Santa Monica. It's at the corner of Wilshire and 2nd. It's easy to find. They have valet parking out front, and the vibe of Santa Monica itself is enough of a reason to go. This place is exceptional, and when you get to it, you're going to feel a really unique vibe. You very easily transition from the hustle and bustle vibes of the outside world until you get inside and you are in an intimate setting with some excellent food. Look at the architecture. This is something that happens a lot with these Hillstone restaurants, is that there is this great emphasis on the horizontal. These lines are used on the building. You'll see them used on the inside, and even the font that they use on their logo is used throughout their different restaurants. Very cool vibes. Now, it's unique for this cluster of restaurants, and what I mean by that is Hillstone Restaurant is part of a chain of restaurants run by the Hillstone Group. You may have been to Houston's. You may have been to Bandera. You may have been up in Napa and been to Rutherford Grill. There's about 15 different restaurant names, but they're all very consistently similar. When you come inside, there's artwork. It's gorgeous. And just one more note real quick about the Rutherford Grill in Napa. The cool thing about, you can see right here on the sign, not only is it the Rutherford Grill, but they're on the front of the property of the Bayou Vineyard. Now, this is a great vineyard. It's not the most high-end vineyard in Napa, but it's exceptional. It's one of the first wines I ever drank when I was younger, and so that's a little touch point to me as well. And all of these examples are why Hillstone Restaurant is a great vibe, and that is reason number 3. How about we get to reason number 2? Now, you may be saying, why is he talking about Napa when this is supposed to be a review of a restaurant in Santa Monica? Well, I can't help it. I love wine, and I had to make that connection for you. But the number 2 reason why you should be visiting Hillstone Restaurant in Santa Monica is the service and the consistency. I love a restaurant that you know what you're going to get when you walk in the door. And Hillstone is exactly that. You know that you are going to be taken care of when you are here. The service is excellent. The service is consistent. The menu is consistent. They don't change it up a lot. It is very consistent. And I feel like they take a page from Disney's service a little bit, in the sense that they are smiling, they are hustling. You really feel that they are doing their best to get you that food and make you feel comfortable and welcome. The servers are dressed in black, very clean, white aprons. It's a real conscious effort to put you in a certain mood when you are there. When you're visiting at night, it's very low light. There's candles on the table. This is a place that really gives you an exact mood when you come in the door, and I love it. I have been to this Hillstone restaurant in Santa Monica probably 15 times over the years, and every time the service is consistent. There are staff members zipping by your table consistently. If you need the slightest item, there is someone there to help you. They are constantly checking on you. They're concerned about the quality of the food, the quickness of what you asked for. The level of detail is fantastic, and I love it. This isn't the most expensive restaurant, which is great. There's decent value here to what you're getting, but the fact that they really are checking in on you and you're not left waiting for an item, really makes this place stand out. Hopefully that helps paint the picture for you on why Hillstone Restaurant in Santa Monica has great service and great consistency. That is reason number 2 to visit. Now, let's get to number 1. All right, the number 1 reason to visit the Hillstone Restaurant in Santa Monica, California is the food. Duh. If you don't love the food of a restaurant, if it's not in the top reasons, oh my God, why are you going? Yes, Hillstone delivers on excellent food. Let's talk about it. So let's take a look right at their own menu here. So this is, again, Hillstone Santa Monica. And, okay, look at the salads, all right? So the guac and chips, it's good. It's not like crazy creative, but it's good. The traditional salad, excellent. This is what I order almost every time. The Caesar is excellent. The macho salad is excellent. Also really good to share. That traditional salad, oh my God, I have to get that every time, but it is a little heavy. Understand that when you are at Hillstone, you're not doing your food regimen any favors here because the food is not going to make anyone's doctor happy. We'll put it that way. All right, now they also have sushi, and I'll show you, they prepare the sushi. They have the sushi bar actually has its own location upstairs, which is another cool feature. Lots of choices on sushi. It's prepared there fresh, which is really good feature. All right, now you've got the burger. It is a giant burger. It's delicious. I haven't tried the veggie burger. I have had the chicken sandwich, fantastic. The ribs, I get that almost every time I'm there. They're so delicious, okay? The filet, also really good. I'm not always in the mood for filet when I'm there because it is, like a huge meal, but it is delicious if that's what you are going to choose. Sides, you know what happens when I'm there? I usually start with the artichokes, all right? The artichoke hearts, let's take a look at those. Oh man, look at that deliciousness. They're grilled, they're charred, actually, and it is so tasty. They have a dipping sauce, and it doesn't say on the menu what it is. It's kind of it's like a creamy sauce, not quite Thousand Island, but it's sort of in that area, but even better than Thousand Island, to be quite honest. And so these are seasonal. They don't have these all the time. So I would hope that you are there at a time that you can actually devour these because they are so good. Now, the pictures I'm showing you today, just as a heads up, are from Father's Day. Coco took me there for Father's Day this year, and so these are brand new photos from 2021 of the delicious food we were chowing down on. This is their avocado roll, which we took right off the sushi menu, and it's really fresh. It's great. I ordered some ponzu sauce on the side, ate it with chopsticks. Love eating sushi, and especially with that delicious ponzu sauce. I did mention earlier that they have their own in-house sushi bar upstairs. I'm going to show you the picture of that here. Yeah, so the chefs are right there preparing it for you. Now, let's not forget the cocktail. We didn't talk about the alcohol. They do have some specialty cocktails. I'm a big fan of grapefruit martinis. Grapefruit martini is not on the list, but they still make it for me every time. They do have a grapefruit tequila drink, and so I asked them to make their little magic and make my grapefruit martini with gin. Oh, God, it is so delicious. And now you can see in this next shot that the martini is basically gone already. So good job, Jason. There's also my patented Perrier with ice and lime. Now let's get back to some food here. This is the chicken sandwich. Now the chicken is fried. It comes with a side of fries. We cut it in half here so that you could see the inside of it. It is absolutely delicious, fantastic. You don't need all that bun because you're not going to really eat this with your hands anyway. So we took the bun off, but kept it in there at least for the picture. There's a specialty sauce on there that's just above the lettuce. They've also got Swiss cheese, and it's also a light slaw. So it's not quite lettuce that's on there, but it's more of their slaw, which you'll also see coming up next in the ribs. The slaw is delicious. That's some devil's work they're putting in that mayonnaise and that slaw, I tell you. Now, before we get to the ribs, I do have to say the staff and the service here was excellent, but they accidentally kept bringing martinis, and there's another brand new martini on the table, and I couldn't find anybody to send it back. But anyway, The next part that came to the table that we shared were the ribs. As you can see here, these are the pork ribs. On the side, we've got the slaw and more French fries. I love that the French fries are the shoestring variety, nice and thin, crispy. Definitely dip those in different sauces that they have available for that as well. But this rib order, it just falls off the bone. It's prepared so well. It's so delicious. I love ordering all these different foods and then just sharing them because they're all good. And I don't need an entire rack of ribs. I don't need an entire fried chicken sandwich. But when you combine of somebody else sharing it with you, you definitely get to order more items. So it's really good. So this should come as absolutely no shock to you. But after we had the artichoke hearts and the fries and the chicken sandwich that was fried and the avocado roll and the pork ribs and the martinis, for me at least, we had no room left for dessert. So I'm saying that the grapefruit martini was my dessert. Yum, yum. I cannot recommend that cocktail enough. All right. We really appreciate you, Hillstone Restaurant. We had a fantastic experience here at Hillstone. And again, it was a special occasion because we were there for Father's Day. So these are the top 3 reasons to visit Hillstone Restaurant in Santa Monica. I highly recommend it. It's a high quality restaurant, excellent food, excellent service, excellent location as well. It's just steps away from the bluffs where you can look at the ocean. It's right by the bungalow, which is of course a great night spot in Santa Monica. And it's also right at the beginning of the Santa Monica Promenade, which is a great outdoor area to go and spend some money on some retail if you're feeling in the mood. All right. Thank you so much for watching. It is J Rye right here on J Rye World, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of the above. That's where you can find me. Appreciate you watching. I hope you'll consider subscribing. Make sure you watch our live streams too. Coco and I are on live every Tuesday night now, 7 p.m. So check it out. We appreciate you following the journey and we'll see you soon. Thanks.